Planning your wife's or your mom's funeral, something no one is truly ever prepared for. And unfortunately, COVID has made that a reality for so many people. But what if I told you that one day and one decision was all it took for a local family to get more time? Well, this family knows all too well what it means to hurt and to heal. After 46 days on a ventilator, the future didn't look like what you see now for Sandra Hurt. Sandra was hospitalized at the end of May with COVID, believing she got sick when people in her family were positive as well.
I worry about everybody else instead of myself, not realizing that I was the one that was really bad off.
Sandra had a fever, a cough, and trouble breathing.
So I knew that, it was in my lungs.
And when her oxygen levels got to 78, they're supposed to be in the 90s. Her doctor said, get to the ER right away.
Empty field, you leave your wife down there and you got to turn around and go home and go back to your quarantine.
COVID is a lonely disease. Sandra in her hospital bed, scared, alone, and hurting. The only way her husband and kids could check in with her was over the phone.
I have a 3-minute voicemail on my phone of unintelligent speak, mom's calling me, trying to say something.
So I called the nurse's station and I said, hey, is there something wrong with my mom? Because she's acting funny. And they said, yeah, we're going to have to put her on the ventilator.
And for the next 2 months, I don't remember anything.
She'd have 2 good days and 1 really bad day, so you'd lose everything that she was gaining. And it was like a roller coaster for about 3 weeks. And during that time, she just kept getting worse.
And so we were getting these updates, and they weren't good in the beginning. They were horrible.
And they didn't get better. All 46 days that Sandra was in the ICU were hard at home. But there's one day in particular this family never wants to relive again.
We kind of get to a point where we were stuck. She was doing a roller coaster all the time, and we just got stuck.
Sandra's doctors were worried that there was nothing left to do and no more help to give, leaving her family with a hard choice. Planning Sandra's funeral.
That was tough. Yeah, you don't want to hold somebody else's life in your hands like that if you don't have to. But we kind of talked about it through the years, and we both have our living wills and our power of attorney and all that stuff. So, yep, you just gotta be the strong one. Gotta hold the family together.
Figuring out, are we going to lose mom? Am I going to wake up tomorrow and not have a mom?
Or the latter option, not giving up. So her husband decided to push the doctors to try just one more steroid, one more day of hope.
Big relief. Yeah, driving home was a lot easier that day.
Sandra started getting better. Day by day, improvement came. She eventually was released from St. Francis and went to rehab in Holton.
All I wanted to do was just get home and be with my family. My granddaughter was only 2 weeks old when I got sick. Before you knew it, 2 months later, look at all I've missed.
So do you believe that one day, one decision, and the will to not give up can change your whole life?
October could have looked a lot different if we wouldn't have, pushed as hard as we did.
We had too many plans, family, and I was just thinking about all the stuff she was going to miss out on.
And if you're still not convinced, take it from the woman herself.
I got the biggest second chance anybody could ever wish for. And I thank God every day.
Because COVID met its match when it tried to hurt the hurts.